Hello everyone and welcome back to another track guys on iRacing. Today we're back in the Toyota GR86 at Summit Point Raceway, one of my all-time favourite tracks on iRacing. The setup I'm using in this video is the fixed setup found in the iRacing portion of the garage. This is the exact same setup that's also found in the GR86 Cup series. Before I get into the guide, I'd like to ask you all to please subscribe to my channel, and nearly at 400 it means so much if we could get there. In my usual format, I'll show the guide first and then the full uninterrupted Hotlap afterwards. For turn 1, you want to be braking at the 3 cones on the left hand side of the track, down to second gear, and then try to take a late apex. I've found that this car really benefits from late apexes in the slower corners as you get a very good exit onto the straights. You want to be attacking the throttle as soon as you hit the apex, and not using first gear as it can give some over-rotation here. We also want to try to keep a tight line on the exit to minimise the distance to the next corner. For this corner, all you need to do is trail brake in 4th gear. I do it just after the concrete ends on the right hand side of the track, or as the orange cones go out of your vision. I tried lifting through here, but I found it can be quite understeery sometimes. You want to attack the curb and get back on throttle early. Now I wouldn't do this every lap, but I did realise there's some leniency with the track limits here. You can sometimes run it slightly further out than the white line. As you can see here, I go onto the gravel slightly. Because of how much you can use this curb on the inside, you can see I turn in quite early and use all of the track on the exit, making sure we get a good run. If you turn in late, this right hand is flat. You want to start braking as you straighten out with your car, down to second gear, again not using first gear to avoid the over rotation, and again taking a late apex, trying to get a good run into this next corner. I trail brake all the way, and then again attacking the throttle before the apex, and bring it all the way back over to the left, before braking just after the tyres on the left hand side, and again trail braking into the apex and getting on throttle early. Holding a tight line here as it's easily flat through these corners. We need to make sure you have smooth steering inputs through these corners as to not scrub any speed. For the first right hander, you want to take a mid apex to let the car run out to the middle of the track, before turning in quite early for this first right hander using some of the curb, then again turning in early for this next left hander to make sure we minimise the distance to the next corners. As this car has relatively low power, making sure that we cut as much of the track as possible and have smooth steering input can sometimes find us tenths over a lap, as all the power we can carry in speed and momentum really helps with lap time. For this last right hander, again we're going to be trail braking in 4th gear, just before the dirt patch starts on the left hand side of the track just on the edge. And then again trying to make sure we get back on throttle early to carry as much momentum as we can on this next straight. I wouldn't recommend doing it a lot again, but you can use some of the gravel on the exit. As you can see by my delta, it loses me a little bit of time on the run to the line, but doesn't hinder my lap too much. So that was one lap. A really important tip that I'll need to mention again for the circuit is make sure you're not scrubbing speed everywhere. You want to make sure your inputs are as efficient as possible to make sure you're carrying as much speed as you can. I'll now leave you all the full uninterrupted Hotlap. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do like the video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you all out on track this week.